Welcome to the T-Pac Arcade. Today's game is Fantasy Zone for the Sega Master System. In this 1986 shoot-'em-up from Sega, the evil men-on forces have caused the intergalactic economy to collapse by stealing all the money to build a fortress in the Fantasy Zone. Which sounds even worse than a regular recession, because here, there's also an evil fortress in the Fantasy Zone. Anyway, Opa Opa, the living spaceship who looks just as adorable as its name sounds, is on a mission to save the galaxy. And the economy. Each standard level here has two parts. First, you roam a free-scrolling environment that wraps back around at the edges, destroying all the enemy bases. Then once all the bases are kaboomed, you face the level boss in a fixed-screen one-on-one match. There's a gumdrop forest with fluttery guys shooting sentient blue blobs at you, a pink pipework city full of bases that look like handbags with, well, hands, a UFO-ridden planet with Swiss cheese canyons, an underwater anemone landscape with scuba stars, some kind of trippy bubblegum Arctic area, some kind of trippy bubblegum cloud area, and a waterfall area that would be decidedly less trippy if it weren't for all the floating clown things. Basically all the visuals in this game are wacky and cute and, well, fitting for a place called Fantasy Zone. Even the bosses, which vaguely resemble sharks and turtles and snowmen and stuff, but still have their own aesthetic twist. Exhibit A, smiling, disassembling tiki face. The music and bloopy sound effects are also cute and endearing, but it all lends into the dark paradox of this game. Fantasy Zone is a classic puppy with a knife situation. Lulls you into a false sense of security with its sugary sweet aesthetics, then stabs you in the back with its merciless difficulty. And that difficulty stems from several different, equally malicious design choices. First, your hitbox is huge, which makes dodging bullets extra hard. Even your wings seem to extend your damage radius. I can't tell you how many times I died fighting that shark boss because my wings flapped down and hit an incoming tooth projectile. Oof. Second, your rapid fire isn't rapid enough. There are a lot of scenarios here where you're forced to button mash, so you can shoot fast enough to blow something up before it blows you up first, basically. And third, the bosses are on timers, and if you don't beat them fast enough, they'll chase you down. And there's no escape. Only death and despair for poor Opa Opa. Needless to say, I only beat this game by cheating extensively with save states. Considering there are no continues at game over, I didn't stand a chance. Especially at the endgame boss rush, and against the final boss itself, which sends lightning-fast snakes at you and basically can't be defeated without speed-ups and cannon upgrades and a ton of bombs. Speaking of which, the most novel aspect of Fantasy Zone is the upgrade system. Instead of picking up bonus items, you pick up money to spend at a shop that appears in each level. You can upgrade your speed, stock up on several different types of bombs, or buy limited-use special cannons. A wide shot, a multi-shot, and a laser. The multi-shot is great for picking off enemy swarms, and the laser is great for wearing down enemy bases, but neither of them last very long. So if I could change one thing in this game, I'd add the option to save purchase power-ups for later, so you could strategically use them on bosses or certain pesky enemies instead of wearing down the weapons timer as soon as you buy an upgrade. Also, I thought the intergalactic economy collapsed. How am I even buying upgrades in the first place? Fantasy Zone seems to have forgotten its own plot. Which reminds me, I would also change a major plot point that gets revealed at the end of this game. Spoilers, but apparently the final boss you destroy is Opa Opa's own dad. That's messed up. I wasn't kidding when I said this game had serious puppy with a knife vibes. Anyway, my favorite part of Fantasy Zone is how Opa Opa sprouts little legs to walk around whenever you contact the surface of a level. I don't know, I just think it's adorable in the most endearingly unnecessary way. Overall, Fantasy Zone was fun to look at, but brutal to play. That being said, I don't know if my experience here was positive enough to look into later entries in the franchise. This puppy has deceived me with its cute, disarming coat of paint, and my back is still bleeding from the knife it stuck in there.